Well, I'm sad to report, my friends, that AMC has not moassed. It has not went to the moon. It has just continued to go lower. Taking a look at the chart here on AMC, talking more about what's going on right here in this video. So make sure you stay tuned. What's going on, guys? Patrick here. Today, AMC at the 1566 level right now, currently touching down to the $14 area as well this morning. AMC bouncing from red to green right now. The thing about this is this was pretty much expected, right? You're expecting a bounce off of this support level, exactly where AMC is at right now. If you pull up the chart here, we dive in. We're looking at the daily chart right now. AMC, the low today, down to this level. I think 1450 was the low, and that was exactly where that previous support was. So it was no surprise that AMC bounced off of this level. That's just technical analysis. That's the idea that there's multiple touches of this support level. Now the question is, where does AMC go from here? And I'm going to have to say that I'm thinking AMC is looking very much like it wants to touch down below $14 here in the next few weeks, or maybe even this week. We'll see what happens. At the end of the day, it really comes down to the overall market as well. If the overall market continues to just be weak and go into the crapper, well, I would say AMC would follow. As you can see back there in June of 2021, AMC hit a high of almost, $72, and now is at $15.76. Wowzers. Talk about a fall from grace. And it's funny because everybody keeps talking about the moass, keeps talking about the squeeze. Any day now, the shorts are going to get squeezed. Any day. Just get ready for it. It's going to happen. Well, maybe it won't happen. I don't know. Who knows anymore? But this is what's happening. The chart doesn't lie. The chart's showing us what's going on with the stock right now. The thing about AMC as well is everybody talks about all the different theories on why AMC is being manipulated or why AMC is the price that it is. But really, you got to ask yourself, at the end of the day, guys, if there's all of these millions and millions of investors out there that are willing to hold and own AMC forever, well, why does the price keep going down? And you can't say that it's just because of manipulation, and you can't say it's because of the hedge funds and the synthetic shares. I don't care what anyone says. You can sit around and make up theories all day about how we didn't go to the moon, or how there's the tooth fairy or there's Santa Claus, things like that. Just because you make up a theory, the same way that people believe that the earth is flat, well, just because you think the earth is flat does not mean it actually is. And that's kind of what I feel like a lot of people are having issues with right now with AMC. Just understanding that at some point, guys, this play is going to die and it's going to be over. The idea of a short squeeze just magically happening out of thin air, just like one day we're going to wake up and AMC is going to be $100. I just don't believe that's going to happen, especially the way that it's been going. Now, if you asked me back in June, when AMC was up on this level, if AMC would have broken out to the upside, yes, it could have started another big short squeeze, up to the $100 level. Because you have shorts getting squeezed, you have shorts that are piling in at that level, you have a lot of stuff working against it. The problem is now shorts aren't sitting here and just loading up and shorting more and more here at the 1574 level. Maybe they are, but in the grand scheme of things, people aren't sitting down here. There's other plays. There's other opportunities now. There's a point where the shorts are just going to get tired, and this is going to keep going lower and just kind of bleed out and head to single digits. Like I've said multiple times, that this level down here at the $8 level would pretty much put AMC back to where this all began back there in April, March of 2021. So now the question is, where do we go from here? You can see we've had resistance up at this $20 level there on AMC multiple times as well here on the daily chart. I talked about this just the other day. When AMC was $20, we talked about that key level being $20 and then $20.50 being a very key level. And guess what? AMC got stuck at those levels, could not break above it, and then sold off back to that support level down there at the $14.50 area. I saw this on StockTwits this morning as well. A AMC holder posting this, that he's down $17,000, down 64%. Look at the average price of the shares, $43. His average cost here on AMC is $43. He posted saying that he bought 7 more shares today. So congratulations, you bought 7 more shares and you're now adding to your massive loss here. Total value of his investment is around $10,000 right now, and he's down almost $20,000 on this trade. Or I guess, $17,347. I know people are gonna be like, well, he's not actually down 20,000, it's only down 17,000. But hey, who's really counting? He's buying more, baby. Let's go. I love it. I love to see the conviction here, my friends. The idea of basically buying a stock and my average being $43 when the price of the stock is under $16. I mean, that's pretty mind-blowing. I don't know about you guys, but that is just not how you make money in the market. Buying high and holding and holding and holding and holding until it goes lower, 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 well, that's just not a investment strategy that will lead to you making money in the market. That's basically how you end up with a $17,000 loss. And I think there's a lot of AMC holders that are out there that are pretty much sitting here with an average cost, around $30 to $40, and the price of the stock is down 50% from where a lot of the holders are owning the stock or holding the stock. So really interesting to see that people are still like proud, that people are bragging about the fact that they own 624 shares of AMC and they're down $17,000. I don't know about you guys, but I mean, like I said, I'm trying to make money here in the market, and the idea of, me holding 624 shares of AMC and being down $17,000 just seems like a really bad investment at this point. Hey, who knows? Maybe one day it goes back to, $20 and he can get out for a smaller loss. Right now, AMC trying to bounce back with the overall market right now. You can see here on the SPY. The SPY bouncing back off of this level this morning as well, from the 415 level back up to the 420s. Overall, like I talked about the other day, I still believe I pretty much drew it just like this. The SPY doing this move down to this level to that $400 level. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now, and I just don't see that the overall market just kind of magically turns it back into a bull market and we get some insane move and, everybody's happy. I just don't see that happening, especially with everything that's going on. So looking at AMC right now, getting a bit of a bounce as well with the overall market bouncing there, expecting that with the overall market kind of bouncing back up. But overall, the trend stays intact here. You got all the EMAs, you got all the moving averages up there holding AMC down right now for the overall trend heading lower. So still, I would expect some type of bounce, like I said, off of this level, that 1450 level. Maybe we push back up $17, $16 level this week, and then AMC then continues to roll off. You can see how most of these moves have basically pushed up to resistance and then sold off, pushed up to resistance and then sold off. And this is not just something that's, only happened now. It's been happening for quite some time. You look back there in December, same idea. It pushes up into resistance, consolidates, and then sells off. Pushes up into resistance, sells off. So, I mean, this has literally been happening for how long now? Back in November, back in October. I mean, push up, sell off, push up, sell off, push up, sell off, and go lower from there. So that's the overall play right now. AMC pushing up to resistance and then selling off. Like I said, the overall market right now just kind of rallying back here up to the 420 on the SPY, but AMC bouncing off of that support level. Like I said, very much expected that it would do that it would bounce off of that level. If you look at the weekly chart here on AMC, I mean, this thing just does not look very pretty, my friends. This is the weekly chart showing you pretty much what I just said. These big pushes up to resistance, the pullback, the push up to resistance, the pullback, the push up to resistance, the pullback, the push up to resistance, the pullback, and again, the push up to resistance and the pullback. Dun, 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 dun. And if you go to the monthly chart, you'll really see it here. I don't know. On the monthly chart, it's been red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You had a little bit of I guess maybe like a doji month last month. But again, you had 5 months in a row where the price went lower and lower. So again, I really do give a lot of props to the AMC holders out there that believe so deeply in this play. It's pretty amazing to see that with this much conviction, people are still holding and hoping and praying. And the problem here is I think a lot of this comes down to people being a part of this so-called movement to take down the hedge funds, to change Wall Street, to get rich. But let's be honest, at the end of the day, everybody just has one actual motive here, and that's the motive of them wanting to become millionaires from AMC from their 624 shares. The guy who's, down $17,000, who's holding 624 shares and bought 7 more shares a day, well, he's, basically hoping and praying and praying and hoping that those 624 shares somehow turn him into a millionaire. And I think that's just the furthest from the truth here, and it's just not going to happen. So You know, that's maybe me just being a bearish, you know, just not believing that people are going to become millionaires off of buying 600 shares of AMC at the $43 level. But who, you know, what do I know? What do I know here? So that's really the interesting play here. Looking at the social aspect of it, looking at the people behind the play and the belief that this is going to one day make them rich and change their lives. But I think really when you look at the facts so far, that a lot of the people that are holding AMC, the only thing it's changed is their balance in their broker account or their bank or whatever. I mean, that guy's down $17,000. You got to be honest here. Now, at what point does it go from being just ludicrous to, you know, like, I mean, being ludicrous pretty much? Like, how long do you hold? I don't know. I don't know. If my average was $43 on AMC, I don't know if I would still be holding. I don't know. That's going to be a difficult play for here, or well, for him. Right? Wow, this SPY right now just rallying back up here. Big reversal on the overall market right now. Everything reversing back right now. So we'll see what happens. If you guys haven't already, do one of my favor, hit that like button, subscribe button, all the buttons down below. I will talk to you guys later on.